Okay, lawn fans, are you ready? Let's talk about scalping. Let's talk about weeds. Let's talk about pre-emergence. Let's talk about yards greening up and spring coming. So what I did today is I did a pre-scalp. And what is a pre-scalp? A pre-scalp allows me to get the yard in a lot more manageable of a shape when I come back in a few weeks and do the real scalp and dethatching. So right now I took the grass down to the second or third lowest level that I go on the rotary mower. This year I'm going to be using a real mower on this front yard, and so we're going to have all sorts of sand leveling and other videos coming up, but that's what I did today. Now I wanted to show you a few things. I put pre-emergent out. I did it in two different phases. I did it in January and just recently did it, but there are still some areas that are popping up with the weeds. If you take a look there, if you take a look there, and I've got some areas that get a whole lot of water drainage going down them. Water runs pretty heavy. POA, the pre-emergent wore off in those areas. POA popped up. This is a problem area for POA right here. See there, get some good looks at it. But along my borders, I've got POA that's popped up and along those and a couple of the beds. I've got some spurge because the area is getting warmer. I think I've already pulled that up, but some spurge popping up. So what I'm going to do today, I've got my pre-emergent apps that I've already put out, and I've got a bottle of Image. Now, what is Image? Image will kill broadleaf weeds. This specific bottle I have here, it's known for doing nut sedge. The front of it says it will kill dollarweed, POA, and wild onion and garlic. But if you get something like this, always take a look on the back, and there'll be an instruction booklet, and it'll tell what kind of weeds it kills, and it'll tell you how to apply the product. I've already read it over, and it looks like in the course of over the winter that it lost this little booklet that goes with it, but that's where it would be, and it tells you that it treats up to 8,000 square feet. I used this on my buddy's yard. He was having a problem with nut sedge, and so we sprayed it on his. So that's what I'm going to do today in some of these areas, to along the borders and some other places, to get a hold of this nut sedge. I'm sorry, not nut sedge, Poania. And now, some people have been asking about burning their yard off. Now would be a good time to burn your yard off if that's what you want to do. It's a very, very dirty and nasty process. Unless you have some farmland and you're on tractors and you're not going walking around in the yard, things like that. I've done it many a times. You'll end up with the greenest yard in the neighborhood. I can guarantee you that at the beginning. And then as everybody else's grass starts to come in, then of course they'll catch up to you. Now I was going to show you, I'm not going to come out here and glypho these weeds in my yard for a specific reason, because I've already got some green, and I doubt you're going to be able to see this, but I've got some green coming in. And it's coming in all over in this area. This is the side yard. It gets sun pretty much all day long. Now this area right here is eventually, this spring is going to become a poor man's putting green. I'm going to cut it with my real mower. After leveling it down and getting it in shape, I'll be cutting it with the real mower on the lowest possible setting. If I like doing that, and I like cutting it every day, every 2 days, then I'll probably kill this whole entire area off and reseed it with some kind of dwarf tip type of grass. But today, all I wanted to do was get out here, clean the yard up, get it ready for its scalp. That'll come up here in a couple weeks. I couldn't let a day in the 70s get by without doing something in the yard. And then to come down to some of these troubled areas, this borders my neighbors, and so I've got some POA and some other weeds coming up here, so I'm going to spray in this. You know, and get these weeds killed off, so when all this this grass starts to germinate, starts to come through, then it'll look nice. So that's it for me today. We've got all sorts of good things happening here. My knockout roses are starting to get some buds on, or not buds, but growth on them. My azaleas, man, I'm scared about those. Azaleas are getting some green leaves on them. The problem with that is that I know we are not done with cold weather. What is it they call this, a blackberry winter or something like that, where you're going to get some warm weather coming through and you think, hey, it's spring, and it's really not. So what's going to happen is, the reason why I didn't scalp this all the way down today is because we're going to get cold temperatures that come back again. And we're going to get some heavy freezes that are going to come back again. And I don't want this to be all the way down to the ground where the frost gets down to the crowns of the grass and damages those, because that'd set me back. So that's why I only did it today on the second or third setting. I think it was the third. And that's what we'll do until about end of March maybe. I'll come through and I'll do the scalp. I never buy flowers, annual flowers or anything before May, because I always worry about the frost that we get here in Georgia about this time. But I'm rambling, so that's it for me. Do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to me, do all that good stuff so I can build the channel and get more product and more information out to you guys. Hey, thanks a lot. Y'all have a good one. Bermuda Brian out.